Do you ever feel like you're just going through the motions and doing whatever the system tells you to do without even asking questions? The reason why I ask is because for 40 years, people have been paying their electric bill and not even asking how the bill is calculated. And I'm guilty myself because right now, these electric bills are out here looking like a car note. They're comparable to your mortgage payment, to your rent. And it shouldn't be like that. And let's be honest, a lot of people don't even see their electric bill because everything is digital now. Some people pay on an app. You see the total and you just pay it. Nobody really checking the breakdown for real. And the system wants us to be that way. It wants us to be automatic. Don't pay attention. Don't ask questions. But something is changing, y'all, in Alabama. People are starting to ask questions now, and lawmakers are getting involved. People are starting to push back against Alabama Power. That's our electric company, y'all. They have been doubling and tripling people electric bills. And I want y'all to hold on to number 40 because for 40 years, Alabama has been using a formula rate system. And what that means is your electric bill will go up and down automatically. And most people don't even know why or understand it. But in other states, they have like a public process, they have a hearing. The electric company comes out and explains everything. There's transparency. But here in Alabama, your power bill will just go up. And they said that we may go back to a public forum where they have to provide the information to the people. Full transparency. And I'm all for it. And I know electric companies have to go up on their bill because they have to keep the infrastructure safe. They have to do upgrades. That's how we have electricity. But our wages ain't going up. And see, here in Alabama, people are way behind on their wages. So when the power bill keeps going up, it puts people at a disadvantage. There's no balance. Alabama has been doing this for a long time, having this formula rate system where it just automatically adjusts. But why it take 40 years, y'all? Why does it take people so long to come out of the sunken place and get mad? Every year, electric bills go up. And this just not in Alabama. This is all over. I see people complaining about their electric bill. When I think about 40 years, numbers are symbolic to me. And I just think about how the children of Israel were wandering in the wilderness for 40 years, going around in circles, never making any progress, just staying in the same place. And that's how we've been in Alabama, just paying this rate system for 40 years, never asking questions. And let's talk about these men in suits and these fancy clothes and nice shoes. They sit in a nice big office and they make these policies and procedures for us. They make up this formula rate system. And for them, it's just numbers. But for us, it can make or break us. They don't think about the people that it's affecting. And let's be honest, these men in suits that's making all of these policies, they have never had to come home after working hard all day and think to themselves, should I cut the AC on? I'm kind of hot. They have never had to be inconvenienced or tell their family, hey, look, we can't go down to the Applebee's and have dinner tonight. They never had to be inconvenienced like that. And what about our elders and disabled people? It's some people out there, they rely on this electricity. They need it for CPAP machines, breathing machines, nebulizers, and that's not optional for them. These people, they need these machines to live. Oh, and don't get me on the working class people. It's people out here working 40, 50 hours a week. And then after they do 40 hours, 50 hours a week, they're doing Uber. And they got to come home and decide if they're going to cut the AC on. Coming home and can't even cut the lights on. And you know, the man in the suit, he don't care. He like, tell him to cut a fan on. And that fan don't do nothing but blow out and transfer hot air all around. You can't even breathe. That heat attached to your skin, you feel like you can't breathe. Now you got breathing problems. I know because I grew up in poverty. And for a long time, we did not have an air conditioner. And that heat was miserable. It just attaches to your skin. You can't even breathe. It just feels like you're breathing in fire or something. I was miserable. Just think about that. You don't work hard all day and you got to go home and cut a fan on that circulates heat. And my dad, he used to work in a manufacturing plant. It was already hot where he worked at. Then he had to come home and be in the heat. And people talking about a blackout in Cuba because they have a blackout that's going on. But it's people in America that have to deal with blackouts all the time because they can't even afford the electricity. And it's not like how it was when I grew up. You know, we had more community. People would take an extension cord and extend it all the way to the neighbor's apartment. At least they could cut a lamp on or something. But now in these times, people don't even know their neighbors. They don't even like each other. So that's not an option. But it took 40 years for people to get mad and upset. But I'm glad it's happening. And I'm hoping for the best because nobody should be paying an electric bill that's like a mortgage. And with this formula rate system, people are paying bills that they don't fully understand. That's not right. You all let me know, do you all have a formula rate system? Or do you all have public hearings and processes where you can at least know what you're paying for? You all let me know in the comments. But I am glad that people are waking up and starting to ask questions and not just going along to get along. It's time to ask questions because 40 years is a long time to stay in one place. But I tried to do a video in my car, but everything was working against me. You know how you have those days when nothing just seems to go right? The lighting was off. It was just crazy, y'all. So nobody's home right now. So I got the house to myself for now. But I want to give a shout out to Big Ward. Big Ward has over 100,000 subscribers and he's a big time YouTuber and he shouted me out. And I just want to say thank you because most of the time, big YouTubers, they won't mention your name. They won't shout you out. But Big Ward does not care. He shot me out. And I just want to say thank you. So I want to say thank you, Big Ward. Thank you so much. You did not have to do that. And you all check Big Ward out. Check out Pencil Poetry. He shots me out a lot. He has an up and coming channel. He talks about work related things on his channel. And I believe in helping people because people don't help each other anymore. So I want to give a shout out to Pencil Poetry for shouting me out on his channel. And I want to say thank you to everybody who shared my videos. I can't think of everybody. So charge it to my head and not my heart, but I do see you all. It takes a community. And I want to say this before I go. I'm very serious about this, y'all. We give so much time to our 9 to 5. The 9 to 5 get all the good energy and time. But when you come home from that 9 to 5, you owe it to yourself to work on your goals and dreams because you have a purpose outside of that job and it's not impossible. And don't let no distraction stop you either. You got to fight for your purpose like never before because we can't waste time. Time is something that we can't never get back. But that's all, you guys. And I look forward to talking to you all in the comments.